So, good morning. You're very welcome to our little meditation circle this morning. Thank you for joining me again. It's lovely to see so many of you tuning in during the week. So before we start today, I wanted to share a little story that came to my mind this morning when I was walking the dog. I don't know why it came into my head, but I thought actually maybe it's relevant to what's going on for us right now, and it might be helpful. It's a mindfulness story. Not sure if it's a true story, but it's a story that sometimes every now and again, when I remember it, I bring into a mindfulness class. And it's called The Story of the Two Wolves. So some of you may have heard this before. And the story goes that a Cherokee grandfather was talking with his grandson one day, and he told him the story of the two wolves. And the story is that there are two wolves which live inside of us. One wolf is angry and bitter and wounded, hurt, resentful, and sad, and lots of other, I suppose, emotions that maybe are difficult as well. And the other wolf is content and balanced and joyful and playful and grateful. And these two wolves are in battle within us all of the time. And only one wolf can survive, only one wolf can win the battle. So the grandson asks his grandfather which wolf survives. And he asks him to have a think about it. And the little boy goes away and he thinks for a while. And eventually he comes back and he just couldn't figure it out. And the grandfather explains that it's very simple. The wolf that survives is the one that you feed, which makes a lot of sense. So I think within ourselves at the moment, we'll have sort of maybe a battle between these opposite forces going on. It's something that happens, it's always present in all of our lives. We have different emotions, we have different experiences, but particularly at the moment, I think we can all relate to going between lots of different emotions, almost maybe from moment to moment, from day to day. And when we're thinking about mindfulness and meditation, we're choosing where to place our attention. We're not ignoring what's going on around us, we're not ignoring what's going on within, but we're just choosing where to focus and what to feed. So as we go through our session this morning, I just invite you to maybe pay a little attention initially to your challenges. They could be mental, physical, emotional, energetic. At the moment, they might be very personal issues, might be to do with work, with family, with home, with change, with the loss that we're all experiencing of normality, of familiarity, of the life that we chose or didn't choose, but we're living anyway, but had some choice in. And I would just encourage you to maybe have a think about those aspects, and then the positive aspects, the positive, I suppose, wolf, all of the things within us that are going well for us, that are helping us, that are supporting us, and maybe choosing to nourish those parts or feed those parts of ourselves and experiences and thoughts a little more fully. So come to whatever, and I don't know why that came into my head, maybe it'll be helpful to someone or everyone, but it just is something I wanted to share with you. So come to whatever position you'd like to be in this morning. You can lie down or you can sit up. And as I said each morning, the most important thing for meditation is that you be comfortable, because if you're going to be distracted by physical discomfort, it's going to be very difficult for your mind to settle. So have your back supported if you're not used to sitting in meditation. Easy cross-legged, legs out in front of you, something like this, or just feet on the floor, back supported in a chair, whatever's going to be nice for you. If you would like to take your hands to mudra, so that's where we have thumb and index finger connecting. That can just help to bring in a little bit of energetic seal into the body. And you can replace the palms to the thighs, or you can just let the hands rest in any way that's comfortable. Allow your body to settle. Allow your mind to start to settle. And just take a moment to make any little adjustments that might help you to feel a little bit more comfortable on a physical level. And then invite your awareness a little bit more internally. So inviting your awareness, your focus to rest in your breath as it comes and goes. Relax your jaw, soften your mouth, your lips, your tongue. Letting the shoulders drop away from the earlobes. Relaxing the forehead. Pressing down slightly with the sit bones and just inviting a little lengthening into the spine, crown of the head, just rising a little more towards the sky. And then really rooting down, if the feet are on the floor, soles of the feet are on the floor, rooting down with the soles of the feet and your sit bones. If you're sitting on the floor, just really rooting down with those sit bones so that you feel nice and connected to the supports beneath, to the earth beneath. If you're lying, just make sure that all parts of the body that are making contact with the floor, your bed, wherever you might be, are feeling like they're long and open. Make sure that there's no bunching going on in the body. Continue to allow your mind or invite your mind to focus on the breath as it's coming and going. Fully experiencing each breath from moment to moment. So riding the waves of the breath as they ebb and they flow from the start of the inhalation all the way to the peak. From the start of the exhalations all the way to the base, and exhaling all the way to empty each time. And then finding that little pause in between the breaths, that momentary pause between the inhalations and exhalations. Just noticing that as part of the breath flow as well. So we're not creating a pause, we're not holding the breath. We're just allowing the very short natural pause that occurs all by itself, and we're noticing it. On your inhalations, noticing the full expansion of the body, the full lengthening of the body as we expand to allow breath to come in, to nourish us, to energize us, to soothe us. And as you exhale, notice the softening of the body, the contraction, the gentle movement back towards center. As the breath leaves, as it cleanses, detoxifies, purifies. And in order for the muscles to soften, to allow this contraction, the muscles relax in the body somewhat. So your out breath is your relaxing breath, your softening breath. So flowing for the full length of each inhalation and sensing into this nourishment, this vitality that breath is calling in. In your pauses, notice the stillness. And then the exhalation, sense into the release, the letting go, the gentle movement back towards center, the gentle movement back within. And as you're inhaling, I invite you to just tune into somewhere inside of you that feels like it's almost like the center, and radiate from your center as you inhale. And as you exhale and you release, you move back inwards again. Feel yourself moving back home, back into this space within. Inhaling, opening, energizing fully, feeling all of the movement in the body as the chest, the diaphragm, the belly all expand. And particularly the diaphragm expands in 4 directions, both sides, front and back. And then flowing with the exhalations all the way back inwards, all the way back towards center again. So you might almost, as you tune in and start to notice, sense that this movement maybe feels a little bit more exaggerated than usual. And it's not necessarily the case, but we don't notice the breath, we don't notice the body breathing when we're busy, when we're active, when our mind is elsewhere. And if your mind has gone elsewhere, invite it back. Invite it back to the movement, back to the breath, back to this idea of radiating from your center as you inhale, and then resting back towards center on your exhalations. Checking in for any tension in the body. Just seeing, can you invite that part of you to soften, to relax a little as you breathe from moment to moment. And then I invite just you to bring your mind back to the story of the 2 wolves, and for your next few breaths, send as much compassion, kindness, care, support, and love to all of those parts of you right now, this morning, generally at this time, that need a little support, that need a little kindness, that need a little bit of extra care. Any hurts, any wounds, any sadness, any losses, any frustrations. Sending these parts of yourself kindness and compassion. Because healing comes from care, healing comes from nourishment, from kindness, compassion. Healing doesn't come from just staring at wounds and leaving them uncared for, leaving them unsupported. And healing doesn't come from getting lost in our wounds, lost in our struggles. So sending loving kindness, compassion to all parts of yourself that are in need of a little support right now. And trusting that as you go through your day, the breaths will continue to support that intention of caring for yourself and nurturing yourself. And now switch your focus, switch your awareness and your attention to that other part of ourselves, or those other parts of ourselves, perhaps the other wolf, that provide the opportunity for peace, for calm, for joy, for contentment, for gratitude, for appreciation, strength, courage, all of the qualities and whatever it is that supports you at this time. It's getting you through, that's taking you from moment to moment and allowing you to stay balanced and positive and have some perspective. Allowing you to trust that, like all things, this too will pass. Allowing you to trust that You can do whatever you need to do right now, whatever you need to do to live as we need to live at this time. As we make our way back towards a brighter future, a lighter, easier place to be. And for your next few breaths, send your compassion, loving kindness, and gratitude to these parts of yourself. Trust that you have these parts within. And trust that nourishing these parts of ourselves, nourishing these qualities, in no way denies our experience, in no way undermines our hurts, our pains, our struggles. It just allows us to feel balanced, allows us to feel positive, and gives us the strength and the resilience that we need to move us through our day, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one breath at a time. Continuing to allow your breaths to come and go, and just taking your awareness now away from thoughts, away from focus on even perhaps emotional content. Just notice without judgment the coming and going of your breath again. And starting to tune in a little more fully to the pause between your breaths. Almost waiting for the pause to come each time. And don't fast forward to the pause. Have the full length of the inhalation. Let it be long, deep, slow, and nourishing. Fully release on your exhalation each time. Exhaling all the way to empty so that we create space for new breath, new life, new energy to come in. But notice and be aware that in the pause there is stillness. The movement, the expansion outwards and the release back inwards. It's not present in the pause. In the pause there's absolute stillness. So energy flows in your body, blood flows, the heart beats, the organs continue to work. So on a very internal level, at a very physiological level, there is some movement. But on a more external level, particularly in the areas that respond to the breath with movement, in those pauses, there is stillness. Let yourself rest into that stillness. Let yourself be in that stillness. I'm going to lead us in a full round this morning of loving kindness meditation, just to continue with this idea of sending compassion, love, care to all parts of ourselves. Start by inviting you to bring to mind somebody you care about, somebody you love, somebody who brings up feelings of warmth, of compassion within you. And that might be a person, it might be a pet, it might be even a place in nature where you just feel really content and at ease. Imagining this person, place, whatever it might be, as though they were before you in your mind's eye. And have a few breaths where you just fully inhale the sense of contentment that's evoked, where you fully inhale perhaps the peace and contentment that arises. And offering these words to this person, place, wherever it may be, whoever it may be. May you be well. May you be happy. May you ride the waves of your life. May you live in peace, no matter what you are given. And return this care and compassion now to yourself. And we'll start by sending this loving kindness, empathy and care to the parts of ourselves that are struggling. Maybe the angry wolf, the sad wolf within. May I be well. May I be happy. May I ride the waves of my life. May I live in peace, no matter what I am given. And then sending these wishes of loving kindness, of compassion, of support and care to those aspects of yourself that are feeling positive, strong, balanced. May I be well. May I be happy. May I ride the waves of my life. May I live in peace amongst all that I'm given. I'm inviting you to bring to mind somebody now who perhaps brings up feelings of difficulty for you. So perhaps brings up some frustrations, or your interactions maybe are not as seamless as you might like. And imagining this person as though they were before you in your mind's eye, offering them these caring words. May you be well. May you be happy. May you ride the waves of your life. May you live in peace, no matter what you are given. Bringing to mind now your wider circle, your family and friends, those you love, those you care for, your neighbours, your community, all who share the planet, all creatures near and far. May we all be well. May we each be happy. May we ride the waves of our lives. May we live in peace amongst all we've been given. And returning this loving kindness meditation, this offering to yourself once more, to all parts of yourself, to the whole of you and everything that that embodies. May I be well. May I be happy. May I ride the waves of my life. May I live in peace amongst all I've been given. And if there was any resistance, any difficulty in offering this compassion and kindness and care to yourself, It was easier to offer to others, to people you love, to people you know, to strangers. Then just acknowledging that, noticing that, and reminding yourself that you are worthy and deserving of the same care, love, kindness, and compassion that you so easily offer to others. So returning your awareness and your attention to your breath again, letting all the words just drift off into the distance. Checking in and seeing how are you feeling right now, mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically, even on a spiritual level. And just take note of what aspects of yourself do you need to show a little care, a little kindness, a little compassion for as you move through your day. And then what aspects of yourself can you embrace? Can you perhaps enjoy and take out into your day with you to support your strength, your resilience, your ability to find some enjoyment and peace in your day. Just once more, relaxing the jaw, softening the forehead, relaxing the shoulders, the arms, the back, the belly above and below the navel, the hips, the pelvis, the glutes, the legs, everything softening, everything releasing. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, taking any little stretches that you might appreciate or benefit from, enjoy along the way. Starting to bring yourself back more into an everyday awareness, starting to become aware of sounds around you, sounds maybe inside the room, outside the room, further away. Starting to become aware of the light in the room, the light around you. Starting to become just a little bit more grounded and rooted and present in your day. Have a few more breaths, have a few more stretches. Set an intention for your day, whatever it might be. A positive intention, an intention to support and nourish yourself. And maybe just an intention to tune back into the breath at some point during the day. To tune back into the breath and nourish yourself with a little loving kindness, a little empathy again at some point during the day. So thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for making the time to come and sit and meditate with me this morning. Hopefully it's bringing a bit more ease into your day. Certainly makes my day a little brighter starting it, sharing it with you. So thank you very much for that. Back tomorrow again. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow is Saturday. I thought yesterday was Wednesday, but I think tomorrow is Saturday. I see Mary nodding there. So same time tomorrow, 8:30, if you can join me. And there's no need to get out of bed. You're very welcome to join me from your bedroom. You can always turn off your video. And we'll be here Sunday morning as well. So thank you very much. Have a lovely day and namaste. Be safe, be well. Thank you.